Hi there, we're back. I'm Teresa Maron, and you're on Gems of Wisdom on locallivehouston.com. I'm here today with my mystery guest, Mason von Kraayenburg, and please help me welcome my guest star, Cherie Ray.
Hi, Teresa. It's great to be here.
Thank you for being here, Cherie. And tell our listeners and our viewers how they can get a hold of you if they are interested in doing that.
Oh, great. On my website is trueyoucreativity.com, TRUEYOU creativity.com.
Fabulous. Well, the theme of the day is creativity, and we've spoken with Mason about how he got started with music and the guitar, and it just seemed so natural and just flowed for him. But I bet you have a different point of view with some of your clients, right, Cherie?
So many of my clients don't believe they're creative. So that part being my work is in connecting them to that which they innately carry, much like Mason talks about. He's got it. He's got the connection, and he knows he uses nature in a way to cultivate his connection. So that's one great demonstration of that process.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And that's what your business is based on, right, Cherie?
Absolutely. Connection.
And I've been to your creativity studio, and it is exactly that. It is full of wonder and lovely spaces, and you bring people in there and have them do intuitive painting. Is that correct?
That's one of many modalities I use as a way to connect, because I use whatever is necessary to bypass the mind that they carry their thought processes in that separate them from that which they truly are.
Well, Mason, what do you think about the spark of inspiration and the spark of creativity? Do you think that it is a natural gift from God, or do you think that some people really do need to work on it?
Well, I think it can be both. I think it is naturally embedded within all of us, but I think maybe to find that, clear spark and really nurture it, it may take some work.
Well, you know what I've found through teaching dance for so many years, people would come in and they'd say, oh, I just have 2 left feet. I don't have a creative bone in my body. I can't hear music. I hear all these can'ts. And then I start asking them questions, and they've created an entire department in a major corporation. They have created new programs. They speak 4 or 5 languages. They are creative. So possibly some of us use the word creativity as something somebody else has, and then doesn't even understand that we're creating like all the time, like even as we speak.
Absolutely, and that's my part, is that we are here to create a life that we love. It doesn't have to be a product. Our life is our product.
That's a good point of view. It's not about buying other people's products either, is it?
No, find that
unless
smart.
It's this CD.
Yes.
By Enloom. Exactly. Now, I think creativity is a misunderstood concept, and today what I'd like to do is kind of open that up. So, Mason, what would you say if someone's out there and they feel like they want to paint, or they want to start playing guitar, or they want to sing? What would you tell them to do to access that?
I would say just surrender to that passion.
That's lovely.
Just go all out,
And sing badly.
Yeah, just go for it. Just really embrace it.
I think that's a great thing. Cherie, do you have any exercises or any ideas for that type of thing with your clients?
I do have lots of them, and I just like you said, I totally encourage people to do more things badly. At least they're doing something, because the resistance between doing something and doing nothing is so great.
Well, don't you think that the people who do something really, really well, let's say a multi-corporate executive, then when you ask them to learn a basic dance step, or to do a basic lick on the guitar, or maybe sing a Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, they're so intimidated because they're so used to being perfect.
Exactly.
That's a very limiting thought form, isn't it? Perfect.
By every person that comes in, there's such a high level of expectation for doing something the first time, as if they did it perfect the first time. I don't know how we get amnesia about starting anything.
I know, because we all go through the learning curve. But I have a question for you, Mason. When you guys first got together, Enloom, your band, did it just spark right away, or was there a work in progress there?
Well, it actually sparked pretty quickly. Our first band practice, which was, at the time, there was only 3 of us, me, the other guitarist, Bobby, and our drummer, Nathan. We actually wrote 2 songs that night that we got together. So we've always had a great infinity within each other.
Yeah, and then you added a couple of members.
And slowly, we've had members come and go. And
but the core stayed the same?
Yeah, the core has been there the whole time.
Well, I have spoken with Mason about this before. I haven't spoken with you, Cherie, but Mason's very drawn to the gemstones and crystals. And I wanted to remind everybody that Gems of Wisdom is brought to you by the Gem of the Week. And this week we have Lemurian Crystals. And this is actually an intuition exercise that I do with my clients, is I have them work with crystals. Let's see, Cherie, you pick your own crystal there. Oh, that's a good one. That's a Lemurian. And this is a Lemurian. Now, the one thing about Lemurian crystals is that they are put upon this earth to bring out your creativity. Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
And the little striations that they have up and down the sides here, can you feel the little ridges? Mm-hmm. Well, that is information that's been put there just like on a computer chip. And if you use your crystal and meditate with it and feel of these little ridges, you can download information. Now, it does take focus, all right? You're going to want to train your mind. You're going to want to train your subconscious mind to let go and let this crystal work through you. But I find that that's an amazing exercise for people who feel a little bit blocked with their creativity and their intuition, that they can actually start to develop that. Like you said, with practice, you can achieve a higher degree of intuition. Now, Mason, I'm going to get you a different crystal because yours is not a Lemurian. This one is. Yeah. And, for example, this one is a Tibetan. Do you see the difference there? Mm-hmm. The Tibetan crystal quartz next to my Lemurian wand, which is a treasure, by the way. So are these speaking to either of you? Are we hearing the little crystal voice saying, let's make exciting radio?
Mine is really just bringing me the suggestion to bring it into focus. Oh. How much power is to bring what my attention's into focus and the power behind that.
Oh, say that again, Cherie. That was lovely.
Well, that the minute I put it in my hand, it was just saying that this is the perfect tool to bring my energies into focus. And I know from my own work that to bring in your energies on one specific focus is when it propels the creative process.
Absolutely. What do you think about that, Mason? Do you think that focus and intuition go hand in hand, or should creativity just be run loose?
Well, I think letting it run loose could actually involve focus.
There you go.
And allowing
Absolutely.
yourself to, run loose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's very nice. Well, so Cherie, I asked Mason this earlier. What is the one thing you do when you want to stimulate your creativity?
Oh, my goodness. To stimulate my creativity, I really like to just grab a paintbrush and use as low-tech materials as possible. So I like to use tempera paint. I like to use paper. I like to use something that the mind can't attach to the cost of something. Mm-hmm. And it just invites me to get in and start slinging some paint and moving some things around and get over any mental objections to doing it.
I love that. The thing that I do is I quiet my mind. I go into a no-thought zone. Mm-hmm. A lot of times I'll use one of these little lovelies to help me get there. And then I just open my mind and let whatever come in. And sometimes it is so random that I don't get it. But I've learned not to judge it. And usually it does take me in a place that I might not have gone with my conscious mind. Do you know?
Absolutely.
Of course, it would be really fun to write music in that state. When you can actually play the music and see the process that you've gone through, and, you can really be proud of that. Mm-hmm. And when you have a class and everybody has that aha moment, that's what's going on with you, right?
Well, you can see it. It's a brightness comes into their eyes when they've gotten out of their own way, mm-hmm. because they couldn't access it by the mind, but when they really drop in and the spark comes on, they begin to even surprise themselves of what's possible, because they'll catch themselves and come back and go, I can't believe I did that. I really didn't want to do that, but I did it anyway. And then it had so much life in it because it was not of the mind. It was of a much deeper place within themselves that they didn't access before that.
Well, I think that being creative and being in the process of doing something creative, even if it's planning, a 3-year-old's party or whatever, I think that is synonymous with joy. I mean, what do you guys think?
Oh, yeah. I think that's lightheartedness at its core.
Yeah.
It's just playfulness and creativeness and creation. It's playing.
It is. It's wonderful. Well, Mason, it's been a real pleasure to have you as part of our panel discussion today on creativity and intuition here on Gems of Wisdom. And we're going to play another song by Enloom before you guys come right back, and we're going to get up close and personal with Cherie Ray of True You Creativity Studios.